when you grow up, live like a good boy.
You remember the last video, which was for me about 25 minutes ago, I went to visit Soren. He's working on an S60R 2005 automatic transmission. He's connecting everything, and it's a big contrast between his engine bay and this engine bay. I can't stay mad at her. She's so simple. I'm gonna drain the coolant, and it's gonna be ugly. Here we go. Oh, when I say coolant, it's water. So I'm not actually dumping chemicals in the street. Just rust.
Bro, how long are you gonna need to be flushed out? At least I did it proper this time. All right, let's start it. I like that I'm at this point though. I could just turn the key and she'll run, sort of. Here's the thing. I think it's coming out clear now, but then I'll rev it up and it'll just get right back to dirty. Well, hopefully that warms it up a little bit. And I can get the radiator drained again, the whole cooling system again. Inside the taillights, the contacts aren't great, so a rolled sandpaper. A little smear of dielectric grease here, just to keep it from corroding again. And in this wave upon wave of rusty water on the passenger side. Much butter. So I'm about to go up the driveway. Listen to the sound the suspension makes in the rear when it compresses at an angle. What do you know? She's built pressure. It's excellent. Back from Sunset Test Drive One Take video, and it's time to drain the coolant, flush the system one more time, add to this patina in the driveway of just rust oxide and concrete, and then pull the car into the garage so I can do a compression test, remove the head, inspect, order parts, work on video, go to sleep, wake up early, drop off head at machine shop, and buy myself a coffee. Still coming out dirty. So what seems to happen is I'll drive it, gunk will come out, it'll flush, and then it seems like it only flushes the top half of the engine, comes out nice and clear. I let the level go down below that hole, and then it starts to come out black again. And I turn the hose back on, and it sort of stirs up a little bit of the garbage at the bottom there. So it'll come out this ugly color for a little bit. Yeah, well, now it's behaving. Anyway, my theory is that the cylinder levels, where the hole is, right below is just where all the sediment has sat for 26 years. Unless I pull the head off and get it out with a spoon or something, it's not gonna come out on its own. So that's it for my flush. Now, let it drain out from the bottom radiator hose, and I'm calling it. Bye-bye. Oh, did you see that? Ha! What a joke.
Really? Are you sure? Okie doke.
What a joke. Cylinder 5 is down. I'll just spare you the drama of it. 90, 90, 85, 82, 28, 83. You want things to be within 10% of each other, and between 90 down to 82, that's awfully close to 10%. Let's do a wet test. We'll confirm then. Each of these numbers, they're all expected to go up, but if it goes up significantly on number 5 especially, then we will know if it's rings versus valves. Now, the wet numbers showed me what I was hoping to find. The number went up only slightly based on the extra material inside of each cylinder. And so we have an increase of 6, 7, 6, 5, 13, and that's an 80.5. I gotta pull the head off, see what's going on now. Here we go. Can you tell I'm getting tired? We've got 3 flat cam lobes. I measured each valve when it was free just to confirm if there's like a spring that's broken or maybe permanently depressed. And then I went down to see what the depression of the cam lobes was compressing each valve to. Most of them seemed okay, except for 3, 7, 11. They must be flat lobes on the cam. They're just not depressing enough. But they are depressing me, so that's telling me I'm gonna need a cam unless I pull out the lifters and or the push rods and they're bent. Very unlikely because it's a common thing for cams on these engines to go. Let's pull the head off and then I can extract the lifters and push rods and see how they roll or measure out. I can see now that trying to flush this block truly was a fool's errand. I should be able to just turn this nice. Starting with number 2. Cylinder walls. There's more of a ridge than I felt on any of the red blocks, so. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And you were the worst one. The worst one, but not the worst ridge. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cool. This was getting rather expensive rather quickly. Okay, the cam followers or lifters, they don't come out from the top on this engine. I was just reading that they come out from the bottom. Or at least it says it'll be easier to remove them at the bottom. I couldn't see a way to get them out. Ooh, I'll tell you what is concerning. That hole in my piston. Oh boy. Dun dun dun. Had the same thing happen in Arthur. We're missing a chunk of a piston. And it looks, hopefully we caught it soon enough that it's not destroyed the cylinder walls too much. That explains low compression. The new water pump really has had a bear of a time. You can see there's some rust on the impeller from using just tap water, gallons and gallons of it, and a little bit of scale depositing. But what a trooper. I'm really proud of it for all the stuff I've put it through, or I should say all the stuff I've put through it. A little bit of wetness right here between 5 and 6. Don't know if that's failure or just getting wet from removal. I like that there's a lot of meat between each of the cylinders. That helps a lot. Yeah, this is very disheartening and I feel completely low energy, but the show must go on. It's amazing this thing was able to, I guess, somewhat cool. Looks like it was opening a few passages, but... Oh, yikes. Oh, how far does that go? Found a purpose. Don't forget to eat your vitamins. Oh my goodness, dude. Looks like it kind of empties up down there, so it's not completely packed in, but what am I looking at? Well, never seen one this bad, and I don't think I'll see another. This guy looks like he was running a little lean. Some of those white spots probably getting a little toasty. I wonder if she's even rebuildable. I mean, it ran, but 5 out of 6, you know? Well, let's hope for some good news with the head over here. Again, all the cooling ports pretty bad. You saw how much water I put through it, and it did not really seem to help that much. There's really just no solution to dilution. You've got to just pull the thing out. Number 3 exhaust valve is one that didn't open all the way. Number 7 and number 11. Now, they don't look that bad. Yum. Lots of soot. On the intake side, lots of oily vapors that have also turned to soot. Now these do have seals, valve stem seals right here, and no doubt that's an item you want to replace just as time and heat dries them out, hardens them up. This is where I was leaking water, and now you can see why. Kind of satisfying to watch this, but for me it's just depressing, because this means I'm not going to have my car on the road for a very, very long time. Because the long and short of it is, I've run out of money. Ooh. The big concern here is how much damage did all of this scale do to the surfaces of the head and engine block? Is our cast iron compromised? I'm going to say no on an intuition. And that's because I know Volvo. And if Volvo is nothing else, it's quite robust. When I drop it all off, it's going to be about $1,500 for the machine work. And then they come back with the short block assembled, and then I put the heads on, and all the gears and everything. So, all right, gotta go crunch some numbers. Also, one other spot to point out is when I was draining or flushing the engine, all the rust water colored the downpipe pretty good. It's this nice like Cheeto orange color. Funny, right? Well, my dudes, I am discouraged. Probably should record all this after I have coffee. It'd make me feel better, but I spent the last day and a half like just avoiding the car. It's funny that I initially went out with this, like, you buy a cheaper car, get it running cheaply, and then it sort of snowballed into this big thing where originally I thought, let me make a budget of $2,500, get the thing running and driving, I'll have something fun to putz around town. Here we are, spent well over that amount, and not really much to show for it. And right at this time, to add a little bit of insult to injury, a $3,500 running and driving 164 shows up in San Diego. Yay. That was maybe my bad for assuming so many of the components would be good. Well, within my means, it's not really justifiable to spend the money for a full engine rebuild. I'm looking at like the AQ171 Penta motors from Boats. They have different cams, different attachments to the engine, but the block and the head's more or less the same. I've just been avoiding this car for 2 days right now because she hurt me. She cut me real deep. It's that abusive relationship.
Baby,
I shouldn't say I have nothing to show for it. There's, you know, 6 at least, now 7 entertaining episodes on this build. So it's been very good for YouTube. It's been good for my channel. We've seen a little bit of growth. Speaking of growth. And this car's a lot of character. You know, I'm trying to tell myself that the $3,500 cars, yeah, while they might run and drive, am I gonna need brake calipers and fuel tank and radiator rebuilds almost immediately? Yeah, probably. So that sort of helps me feel a little more optimistic. The other thing is parts cars. Should parts cars be involved? Could I justify not saving another one? Like that's where I'm at, you know. If the ends justify the means, is it worth it to have one fewer 164 out on the road? Well, considering a lot of these end up getting crushed anyway, that hurts just to say out loud, but I don't want to be the cause of another one getting scrapped unless it's just not savable. If the right parts car shows up, I'll consider it. In the meantime, I don't really have the heart to chop up another one of these. I do really enjoy the patina. I enjoy the character of the car. I enjoy the local stickers. There's a lot I enjoy about it. I've been through almost every square inch of this thing just learning about it, so it's not a complete loss. It's gonna be a while till the next episode. Thanks for joining along. You know, you watching these videos actually is the little light in the tunnel that kind of keeps me moving forward. So I'll see you soon with another update. In the meantime, I think all I have now to do is clean the garage, get the car ready for storage, give Soren back some of his tools and all the tools that I borrowed from my neighbors.